Hello, dear friends. Truth is always the first victim in any tyranny. Opinion piece. We are waiting. Time travel. Secret battle. Remote viewing. Planetary changes. Specialists in lying. Microplastics in brain. Hypergravity machine. Human-animal hybrids. Let's start. We are waiting for the visitors from the stars to officially appear. They are those that our history books speak of, who once lived in areas such as the pyramids of Egypt, the Nazca Lines in Peru, the Temple of Apollo in Greece, etc. When they went underground, into space, and also into the future. Then they went. They have plans to appear at some future time and defend humankind. They have watched the Earth for thousands of years. Therefore, they know what is happening and who is responsible. The two regressive groups that worked with the Nazis were expelled in 1978 and the rest in 2006. So, the involutionary alien wisdom layer was removed from Earth and later from Mars. If that negative wisdom layer was still active, there is no doubt that Trump would have met the same end as JFK, and the Third World Party would have already begun. The mysterious drones appearing in the skies are to psychologically prepare people so that they are not afraid of the final arrival of the friendly visitors, who are disappointed with what is happening globally. According to Benjamin Fulford, a huge secret battle against the dark side is currently taking place in East Asia, and we expect huge planetary changes between now and the end of March. However, rest assured that the tide has turned and the white hats will emerge victorious. Invitation. According to Aurora Ray, the Galactic Federation is a space exploration agency whose goal is intergalactic peace and the evolution of consciousness. They have identified that humans have reached a level of consciousness evolution that is ready for advanced technology. Time travel is a natural consequence of quantum mechanics and relativity. In the future, engineers will use these principles to design time machines that respect the laws of physics. The most well-known of these machines is the wormhole, which can create shortcuts through space-time. Wormholes are tunnels that connect two different regions of space-time, creating a bridge between them. Time travel to the past is not only possible, it has already occurred. Physicists have shown that particles, such as electrons and photons, can make jumps from the future to the past. Scientists have even discovered how we could control this process using lasers. Intervention. According to farsight or remote viewing, they will begin to show us larger and larger ships more often. The visitors from the stars have interacted with us for thousands of years, and all communications are telepathic. The good missions are opposed by the cabal, who are trying to stop the exposure of the secrets of their control agenda. The good galactic heroes allow their ships to crash here and their pilots to be tortured to help awaken the trapped and enslaved humans. Many sacrifices are taking place. They are betting that we will not give up. The bad aliens have almost all the politicians under control. They cannot take down the good ones without changing the software, because that would change the Cold War to a hot war. They are very cunning and have been trained for millennia as specialists in lying about everything and in camouflage and identity theft. that also explains how so many good galactics have incarnated here as humans, to have the right to raise the energy of our planet, and meanwhile we are coming of age during this time of great ascension. However, they are all good, but at the highest levels. Therefore, the good ETs could easily fight back and take down the entire secret space program, but that would violate the right of humans to have free will. No non-interference or free will would also allow half of our committed military to lie and call the good ETs aggressors, and then lie even more to demand that humans acquire more evil exotic technology. Fulford summary. The problem with ending pedophilia is that many of those in highest positions in the Western power structure are or have been implicated. Ash Paddle hinted at the creation of a truth and reconciliation panel to address this issue. The fact is that in the past no one could reach the top of the power structure without participating in such rituals. The Gnostic Illuminati told Fulford that they approached Trump and promised to hide the blackmail material kept against him if he agreed to stand up to the dark side. The price of eggs is skyrocketing because Biden ordered 100 million chickens to be killed. According to James Roguski, it is an inhuman practice to mass kill birds when some of them are sick, because it is undue emotional suffering. Why not look at possible treatments? The price of beef is skyrocketing because the Fed is cutting off money to farmers, etc. In Japan, the government has forced the price of rice to rise by 60% and that of vegetables by 100%. Similar measures are being seen in Europe and elsewhere. Another person seeking witness protection is Zelensky, who has revealed the amount of money Ukraine has given to politicians as bribes. The hostility experienced by Robert Kennedy Jr. at his hearing was directly proportional to the amount of money each senator received. This takeover of corporations and politicians by a cabal is leading to the collapse of Western civilization. Drastic measures will be needed to stop this. Colonel Douglas MacGregor says we need to get the troops out of Europe. Trump calls for tariffs on everyone smacks of desperation. China has a trade surplus of about $1 trillion with the rest of the world, while the US has a deficit of $1 trillion. The trade deficit with Mexico has risen from $106 billion in 2019 to $161 billion in 2023, because the country has largely replaced China as a source of cheap imports of furniture, textiles and computer equipment. The deficit with Canada has soared from $31 billion in 2019 to $72 billion in 2023 due to massive Canadian energy imports. The reason most of the West is bankrupt is because we don't have a forward planning agency like China has. Storms. The Weather Channel's Jim Cantor suggests the northeast US will experience non-stop storms through mid-February and likely beyond. According to several energy experts, there is a risk of major power grid failures in 2025 due to increasing demand for electricity from sources such as data centers and artificial intelligence. David Dabine joins Ryder Lee talk about how food inflation and urban security overlap with the launch of a new zero-point energy devices and electrogravitational propulsion systems that use the Earth's magnetic field. Interesting or curious. An AI reads the inside of a 2,000-year-old charred Roman scroll. Microplastics found in the brain weigh as much as a plastic spoon. China switches on hypergravity machine to compress time and space. The healing of a paralyzed epileptic after his visit to Our Lady of Lourdes is officially recognized as a miracle. It is planned to build the world's largest underwater observatory to search for tiny ghost particles from space. Japan supports the creation of human-animal hybrids in order to obtain organs for transplantation. This raises many ethical questions. Childhood trauma and its psychological problems play a key role in lifelong health problems and future illnesses, according to Dr. Stephanie Davis. 3 plane crashes in 1 week and 25 UFOs at 30,000 feet. Dr. Todd Curtis shares his knowledge on mysterious drone swarms and explained aerial phenomena and critical aviation safety issues. The future of warfare is here. Black Hawk autonomous helicopters can be controlled from 300 miles away. Sikorsky's Matrix autonomy system allows helicopters to perform missions without pilot intervention, dynamically reacting to combat environments. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.